Good day, everyone. My name is Rechell Cinas, and today I will discuss the legal aspects in tourism and hospitality, Chapter 4. So, the learning objectives is to differentiate the various kinds of partnership and corporations and the responsibilities of partners. And incorporators identify the requirements in the formation and dissolution of partnerships and corporations. So the contents, we have the introduction, the law of partnership, classification of partnership, dissolution and winding up of a partnership, the order of liquidation for a general partnership, and the order of liquidation for a limited partnership, law on corporation, then the dissolution and liquidation of corporations. So the introductions. In the tourism sector, adherence to legal requirements is crucial for legitimacy. Establishing a strong business foundation is key, with partnership or corporations being preferred for competitiveness. The Philippines Civil Code governs partnerships while the Corporation Code regulates corporations. The law, we have the Article 1767. By the contract of partnership, two or more persons bind themselves to contribute money, property, or industry to a common fund with the intention of dividing the profits among themselves. So, when we say the partnership contract is based on trust and confidence. Therefore, the fiduciary relationship in a partnership comes from the principles of the lectus personae, where no one can become a partner without the consent of all the partners. So, lisod masad kaayo og magamat kag business giapil mo ang friend without her consent. So, dapat magkasinabtanay before making that. So, the partnership is defined as association of two or more persons for profit. So, includes certain types like religious associations or conjugal partnerships, partnerships contract based on trust and confidence, fiduciary relations and partnership due to the lectus personae principle, consent of all partners required for new partnership members. In a legal context, it is important that we understand the concept of partnership. When we say partnership, it is the combination or paghiusa of two or more persons to be a co-owners of a business for the profit. If it is important to remember that daily appeal sa partnership ang mga religious associations, conjugal partnerships, and more because partnership is based on the law is for the co-partnership that have objectives on taking profit to be distributed among the partners. So, the classification of partnerships according to subject matter: A. Universal partnership, B. Particular. Talking about the types of partnership, we will first look at the classification based on its subjects or purpose. We have a universal partnership where all partners contribute all their property to the common fund without specific purpose or subject. As long as the purpose in forming the partnership is to make profit and is not against morality, public order, and public policy. But nowadays, it is rare to experience business forming universal partnership due to laws and regulations. So, kasagarang partnership ko anjud kanang dapat na i-profit nga inyong gikasabutan because it's all about money. Then, according to liability, we have general partnership and limited partnership. Uh, to the other hand, we also have a particular partnership where it is where the purpose is focused on specific things, their use or results, or on a specific project or profession. When it comes to accountability, naapod tay general partnership in which ang ka-negotiate or partners have liability extending up to their personal property. The limited partnership in which ang kapartner this time have full liability and limited partners with limited liability to their investment contribution sa puhunan. Then, according to duration, we have partnership for a fixed term. So, in the aspect of duration or kadugayon sa partnership ninyo, we have partnership for a fixed term. A partnership with a definite period of existence which is gipakita clearly or impliedly explain which the end of a certain period or the achievement of a certain project will cause the partnership to automatically terminate. So, dissolution and winding up of a partnership, Article 1830. Order of liquidation for a general partnership. So, we have the law, partnership, association of two or more persons for profit, again. Then exclusions, religious, conjugal partnerships, etc. Partnerships contract based on trust and confidence. Fiduciary relations stems from delictus personae principle. New partners requires consent of all existing partners, as I said again. Then limited partnerships dissolution. Amendments must comply with civil code requirements, definition of civil interdiction and insolvency provided. So example of misconduct and circumstances leading to dissolution also highlighted. Dissolution occurs with events like retirement, death, insolvency, or civil interdiction of general partners are upon demand by a limited partner. So if the business continues and an amendment to the certificate of limited partnership is needed and must be recorded at the SEC. Death of all limited partner dissolves the partnership unless a substitute is admitted, requiring an amendment in the certificate. So when we talk about limited partnership, it is important to understand that the conditions nga makakos sa termination of the partnership. First is the limited partnership can be terminated with a situation where there is again retirement, death, insolvency, abnormality, or civil prohibition of a general partner. And when requested by a limited partner under the provisions of Article 1857, such as properly but unsuccessfully seeking the return of his contribution, or such if the limited partner should have been entitled to the return of his contribution but the partnership still has outstanding liabilities, dako pang utang that wala pa nabari, and or the assets of the partnerships are insufficient for their payment. So, amendments must comply with civil code requirements, definitions of civil interdictions, and insolvency provided. So, civil interdiction is a penalty attached to the commission of a crime, which brings to the offender during his sentence the loss of the rights of parental authority or guardianship, whether of the person or property, or any ward of marriage authority, of the right to manage his property, and of the right to sell such property. Insolvency refers to a financial conditions cannot be paid when kung maabtan og due, or if liabilities exceeded assets to any given time. So examples of misconduct and circumstances leading to dissolution is also highlighted. So for example, of a misconduct under Article 1831 of the Civil Code of the Philippines is alcohol addiction or drug abuse. Example of other situations that terminate the partnership are abandonment of the business, biyaan, fraud in the management of the business, or refusal without reasonable cause to provide an analysis of the partnership's activities, etc. So, partnerships, association of two or more persons for profit. So, exclusions, religious, conjugal partnership, etc. Partnership contract based on trust and confidence. Fiduciary relations stems from delictus personae principles. New partners require consents of all existing partners. Order of liquidation for a general partnership. The law, Article 1839, in settling accounts between the partners after dissolution, the following rules shall be observed subject to any agreement to the contrary. 2. The liabilities of the partnerships shall rank in order of payment as follows: those owing to creditors other than the partners; D. Those owing to the partners other than for capital and profit; C. Those owing to partners in respect of capital; and D. Owing to partners in respect of profits. So please take note that liquidation of process under the above provisions applies only to a general partnership. There is a different process for the liquidation of a limited partnership. So here we go. Order of liquidation for a limited partnership. The law. So we have Article 1863, in settling accounts after dissolution, the liabilities of the partnership shall be entitled to payment in the following orders. So those creditors in the order of priority as provided by law, except those to limited partners partners on account of their contributions, and the general partners. 2. Limited partners in respect to their share of the profits and other compensation by way of income to their contributions. 3. Those to limited partners in respect to the capital of their contribution. 4. Those to general partners are for capital contribution. 5. Those to general partners in respect of profits. And 6. Those to general partners in respect to capital. Then we go to law on corporation. The law, section 2, corporation defined. A corporation is an artificial being created by operation of law, having the right of succession and the powers, attributes, and properties expressly authorized by law or incident to its existence. So here in the Philippines, private corporations are governed by the Corporation Code, Batas Pambansa, bilang 68. It grants them the right of succession, meaning they can continue to exist despite changes in ownership. So their powers are limited to what's specified in their charters or general acts. This ensures they operate within defined boundaries. So the kinds of corporations, we have stock corporations, non-stock corporation, corporation de jure, de facto corporation, public corporation, and private corporation, corporation sole, eleemosynary corporation, domestic corporation, foreign corporation. Then the dissolution and liquidation of corporation. Number one, ways corporation are dissolved. Voluntary dissolution by filing proper papers with the SEC. Involuntary dissolution upon verified complaint filed with SEC after notice and hearing for specific legal grounds. Number two, grounds for involuntary dissolution: fraud or mispresentation of paid up capital, persistent ultra-virus acts despite SEC warnings, then continuous inactivity for at least 5 years, refusal to adopt or approve bylaws, serious dissension within the corporation, then the dissolution and liquidation of corporations. Three other causes of dissolution: expiration of the corporation's term, shortening of corporate term, failure to reorganize and commence business within 2 years, legislative dissolution. 4. Corporate liquidation. After dissolution, the corporation continues to exist for settling affairs, not for business. Liquidation period typically lasts 3 years for corporations. The corporations cannot extend its corporate life during liquidation. Officers and directors may still be held liable for unpaid taxes after dissolution. 5. Key considerations: timely settlement of affairs during liquidation, transfer of pending cases to a trustee if not resolved within the liquidation period, ongoing liability for unpaid taxes even after dissolution. So, in summary, understanding the legal aspects in tourism and hospitality is crucial for establishing a legitimate business foundation in the Philippines. The laws governing partnerships and corporations, as outlined in the Civil Code and the Corporation Code, respectively, dictate the formation, responsibilities, and dissolution processes. Whether forming a partnership or corporation, adherence to legal requirements is paramount for competitiveness and legitimacy in the tourism sector. So I think that would be all for today's discussion, and thank you for listening. That would be it.